G'day, fellow traveler. My name is David McLeod. I am your life mastery coach, the creator of The Magic I Am, and the host of the Daily Affirmation program. Welcome to this week's video presentation. If you've watched any of my videos before, then you may have heard me talk about shadow parts, those characteristics or attributes of ourselves that we disown, disavow, deny, hide, or repress because of some unconscious belief that they're unacceptable, inappropriate, or just plain bad. We all have these shadow parts, and we all have strategies for keeping them at bay. Because these parts get hidden away, they often end up revealing themselves in roundabout and usually undesirable ways. And when that happens, chaos, mischief, and even destruction usually follow. As you've also heard me teach in the past, these shadow parts aren't really bad. They're just aspects of ourselves that trigger discomfort or even disapproval in other people. And it's the discomfort and disapproval of others that we seem most interested in avoiding. But regardless of the reaction of others, these parts actually have wonderful gifts within them. Now, if you think about it for a moment, these shadow parts are really not much different than young children who are still learning to find their way in the world. And as such, they deserve to be treated with love and tenderness. And sometimes, since these young children haven't yet learned all the rules of what's acceptable and what isn't, they may cross the line from time to time and do something that would normally be deemed inappropriate. The problem is, we learned at a young age that these parts of ourselves were not welcome. And so we tried to hide them in the hope of pleasing the important people in our lives. And once we managed to hide these parts, or so we thought, we promptly forgot about them. Unfortunately, those parts didn't really go away, and that's why they sometimes show up when we least want them to. But continuing to push them back into the darkness doesn't really help. That just makes matters worse. So when your shadows start to act out and maybe distract you, there's actually a wonderful opportunity right in front of you. Because every shadow contains a nugget of gold within it, if you want to benefit from your shadows, you may need to do a little bit of digging. Everything that your shadow is trying to do is motivated at its deepest level by a desire to give or receive love. So when a shadow shows up, you can have a conversation with it and find out what its ultimate objective is. And that's when the gold gets revealed. Of course, when you find the gold, you also find a new, or perhaps forgotten, truth about yourself. So the shadow is actually helping you to know and experience yourself even more fully. This week, pay attention to signals that your shadow may be trying to get some airtime. Listen and find out more about what it's up to, and marvel in the remembered knowledge of who you really are. May you be blessed with endless opportunities to communicate with your shadow.